What's going on, guys? Charif here, natural bodybuilder, and man, I've got an interesting video for you. I've been seeing people at the gym wasting their time doing exercises that will barely do anything for them just because it's more variety. Stop wasting your time. More variety doesn't necessarily mean more gains, alright? The exercises that work are few. Put all your energy in the ones that give you the most outcome, alright? Yes, put your eggs in all your baskets when it comes to choosing the exercise choices for lifting weights, especially for natural lifters. I'm a natural bodybuilder, my clientele are natural lifters, and I really believe that as naturals, we have to optimize our exercise choices. Someone that is enhanced can sit on a machine and get some blood going in that chest, pump up some blood. Doesn't matter, an incline dumbbell press or a machine press or a machine fly, as long as he's stimulating that muscles, and thanks to the PEDs, they're growing. But for you as a natural, the exercise choices, you can't cut corner in there. You can't just wing it, and don't think that more variety and more cool TikTok videos that will make you put the bench at a 45-degree angle and calculate the orbit to get that stretch for your lat will make a big difference, alright? The exercises that work are few. This is my motto. I believe it, and I've been training for over 13 years. Until now, the exercises that I choose are pretty much the same, and I progress on them. I progressively overload on the ones that work, and I make sure that those are the ones that I give most of my time. When I did a back workout the other day, I trained with a friend. I was doing mostly two exercises. A variation of a pull-up or a lat pull-down. It was a pull-up. And a variation of a free row. Either dumbbell row or a barbell. Hang on till the end. I'll tell you all the exercises that work, but listen clearly. So, and I've got a pretty good back, alright? People compliment me for my back. I'll just show you guys what it looks like. I mean, you can go on my Instagram and see it. I've got a pretty good chest. Well, believe it or not, all I do is two exercises that I focus on. So for my lats, it was a pull-up and a barbell row. That's pretty much all I did. But the volume on those were insane. I was doing a lot of pull-ups. I was supersetting barbell rows with pull-ups sometimes. I was finishing with pull-ups. I was going to failure. And I did over 15 sets of pull-ups, over 10 sets of rows, barbell or dumbbells, and that was it for my workouts. I don't need to sit on a machine and do the crazy stretch. Why? I stimulated all my lats and the stabilizers muscles and my central nervous system while doing the rows. Heavy, light rows, I pyramid the weight up and down. The exercise that work are few. Same thing for my chest. I do a lot of presses. I do a variation of flies. Same thing for my shoulders. So, same thing for my legs. I'll tell you the exercises that work so you guys can also make sure that you're putting all your energy in those, alright? So, number one, the squat. Find a variation of squat that you like. Barbell back squat. It could be a front squat. It could be a goblet squat. It could be a suitcase squat. But make sure it's a free weight squat. It means no machines and not a Smith machine. Why I say that? You might tell me, well, in a Smith machine, I feel more my quads. I can get my quads more to failure and my core don't work as much. If you're natural, if you're enhanced, it's all right. You can go on a Smith machine. If you're natural, you need that free weight feeling. You need the central nervous system to be stimulated, and you need to be in that position where you're pushing yourself, and it's, if you don't get the weight up, you'll fall down. All right, and this will trigger your hormones. It will trigger your testosterone, your growth hormone, your central nervous system, your stabilizers muscles. You're working many muscles at the same time. Your core, your hips, your glutes are all working, and that's how the body likes to work. Especially as naturals, we can't do extremely high volume because it will stress our body too much. So we've got to make sure that the exercises we're doing are pretty much getting us a lot more done than just sitting on a machine and engaging our quads. No, in a squat, you're engaging a lot more than your quads, which will prevent you from overdoing it at the gym, doing too much volume to hit every single muscle, and also all the stimulus that come from a free weight. So moving on, I'm going to be faster now. The push-up, the dips, the pull-ups, the bench press or an incline press, any variation of a free presses, all right? Barbell rows or dumbbell rows, free barbell or dumbbell rows, all right? I don't like the machine ones because it's just not the same. You might say, I feel my lats better, but that's not what you want to do. You might feel it better, but I can feel my biceps by squeezing it. Doesn't mean it's growing, not necessarily. All right, so barbell rows, dumbbell rows, deadlift, stiff leg deadlift, a variation of deadlift, all right? Overhead press standing, I barely see anybody doing it. Why? Because it's hard. Back in the days, they used to see if someone is strong by their overhead performance. Overhead press is great exercise. It doesn't only work your shoulders as if you sit on a machine and train your shoulders, but it also works your stabilizers muscles, your core, your glutes. You're just standing up in the air and you've got all that weight above your head. Can you imagine how much effort it needs? And lifting heavy on the overhead press is so much harder than doing a seated press supported with your back, or a machine press. That's why nobody does it. People are running away from the hard. Why? Remember, easy time make weak man. Comes the same thing with training. Easy workouts make weak bodies. All right, when you do a lot of machines, a lot of isolation stuff, a lot of pump and focusing on isolating a movement with machines, and you're running away from the compound lifts, you're not training as well your stabilizers muscles, your tendon, and it will lead to injuries down the road because your body is used to being in a free weight kind of movement. All right, you pick up stuff from the floor, I don't know, you're moving or whatever it is. All right, so your body loves working as a whole. We've been doing that for thousands of years, and now you want to tell me that sitting on a machine and pumping blood, yes, machines are not completely useless. They can be used as a pre-exhaustion technique or as a finishing to get more rep, more pump in there. But trust me, I didn't build my chest by doing machine presses. I don't even use the machine press at my gym. Every single workout, I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a try. I sit on it, I do a few reps, and I'm like, that doesn't feel good. All right, so get used and start loving the hard stuff, the hard exercises, the compound lifts. All right, guys, the lunges. Yeah, I love lunges, the split squats. I think I said them all. For biceps, I do regular curls. Triceps, I do triceps push down. That's the only thing that I use machines would be for my triceps. Aside of that, I don't see any machine being very super important. All right, just when I'm doing my triceps push down. Aside of that, give me a barbell, give me a squat rack and a pull-up bar, and I'll do everything I can do. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. Don't waste your time in variety. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that more exercises is better. 10 exercises not better than doing one correctly. All right, take one that you feel good, one of those that I said of the compound free weight, and put all your emphasis and focus on it. When you're doing your barbell rows, well, trust me, you're not just working your width or your upper lat or your lower lat. You're working your entire back. All right, and there's ways of pulling that will hit more areas than others, but you're not isolating anything, and that's what will help you grow together and stay symmetrical. All right, if you avoid the compound lifts, you will not be as symmetrical because you're not working everything as a whole. You're not working your stabilizers muscles, and that's where it will lead to an unbalanced body. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this video. Focus more on the exercises that will give you more outcome. Keep your compound lifts the center of your workouts, the steak of the workout, the bread and butter, and make sure that you can use the machines, but either at the beginning to warm up, pre-exhaust, or at the end to get a good pump, or as a superset technique. Sometimes after my chest press, I would go and sit on a machine fly and do cable flies just to pump up some more blood. But I know that it's not the flies that's gonna give me the most stimulus. The flies are helping me finishing up those muscle fibers that were resistant from the bench. Or I would start with the flies to pre-exhaust my chest, so when I'm at the bench press, I'm feeling my chest better. But I know that the most important is the presses. All right, that's pretty much it. I think I've said it all. More variety doesn't necessarily mean the better, and don't be afraid of going more volume on the exercises that work. On the squat, if you're feeling well your squat, well, just do that for your leg workout, your quads workout. Trust me, you're better off doing that than doing your squat, your leg press, your leg extension, and then going on a single leg extension, and then going on a different variation of a leg press. No, focus on the squat. Make sure that you're giving your body enough volume of that exercise, because that's what it will give you most of your results. And that's pretty much it. All right, progressively overload on those. That's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you learned a few things. Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I crazy? Am I right? Let me know what you think. Watch others of my videos. Like usual, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the comment. Means a lot. See you guys soon. Ciao.